When you think of veterans, what's the first word that comes to mind?
Brave.
Brave.
Bravery.
Brave.
Brave. Definitely.
Courageous.
Courageous.
Cool.
Loss.
Helpers.
Passion.
Loyal. Trust.
Strong.
Protective. Amazing.
I think when you join the military, you're literally sacrificing your life. Like you're giving your life away to serve your country. And I think that's a really great and important thing to do.
My name is Louis Cardenas. I am Aiden Taylor's grandfather. I served in the Marine Corps for 2 years and the Army for 2 years. I think if you're an American, you have an obligation, you have a duty. Certainly, America has problems like any other country, but your position should be to make it a better place.
My name is Daniel Reyes. I served in the United States Marine Corps from the years of 1977 through 1981. I have two daughters. One is 34, who came here a long time ago, and my youngest daughter, Alejandra, came here 4 years ago. I was originally born and raised in Cuba. I came at the age of 12, and I felt in my heart that I wanted to give back to the United States for allowing me to come in here and they received me with open arms.
My name is Ana Zapata, and I am a staff member and a parent here at ALCS, and I serve as a specialist in the Army. I was a fueler and a hot refueler when we were in Iraq. Basically, the helicopter, because it's in time of war, so the helicopters come down, they land, but they don't turn off their blades. And so while the blades are on, we refuel so I'm just like a big gasoline station mode for the airplanes or the helicopters.
I think that they're very brave and they really risked a lot to come and help us.
My grandpa, he left his family very young. I think he was 17, and he served in the Vietnam War. He was in the Navy.
So my grandpa, he was a rifleman, and he was stationed in Germany. And my great-grandpa, he was in the Navy, and he actually lived during World War II.
My grandpa served in the Marines. He was a scout. He scouted. He went on missions, and really looked out for his country. I'm really happy that he served for us.
I think it's hard being away from loved ones, and it's probably really difficult, like not knowing if you're gonna be safe or like maybe even alive the next day, and knowing if the person sleeping next to you is gonna be alive.
My Nana's grandpa was in World War I. He was in an accident in a Jeep. His friend's life was lost, and he was also injured.
Two of my uncles, they're both immigrants from Mexico, and they both signed up for the military when they were 20. One of them left to Afghanistan, and the other one, he was just in the Marines for a year. I know he lost lots of friends there too.
They sacrificed family for America. They were loyal to this country for us to make the world a better place for us. So I think we should honor them.
My Nana's dad, who went to Normandy in World War II, and my other uncle George, he was a paratrooper in Vietnam. My uncle Bobby, he was MIA for about 4 months, and his injuries were being treated by local Vietnamese, and when he returned, they gave him the medal.
I have a great-grandfather who joined the Army between age 20 and 21 and fought in World War II. My great-uncle who joined the Marines fought in the Battle of Saipan and was awarded Purple Heart. I have another grandpa who was enlisted in the Air Force and he served in Guam in the 1960s. I have another great-grandfather. He was born to immigrant parents in the Basque region who also fought in World War II, and he was involved in the Pacific Theater.
When my grandfather was growing up, where he lived, it wasn't very good place. So I think he wanted to make a change in the world. And so my uncle, he wanted to protect his family, and my other uncle, I think he wanted to do it too.
I think he had to sacrifice his time for sure. time with family.
Not being able to see the people they really care about.
They all had to sacrifice like time with the people they loved and cared for.
Being away from family. Sometimes you can't call for weeks. So that's the hardest.
Hardest thing for me was my parents, because it was the first time that I left them for a long period of time. You know, we have a really strong bond, and so leaving them for a year was pretty heartbreaking, but I got over it quick. You don't have time for feelings out there.
You might have heard the expression, there's no atheist in combat. Believe it. Because when you're afraid enough, you're going to pray. You're going to pray to God to spare you, to help you, to make you stronger. That thinking you're going to use all your life. And you need God. Pray. You'll get your answer.
My parents' prayers for us, the church's prayers for us, my prayers over my family and my whole unit and everything. Being able to thank God and praise through that is something that's amazing. And I think a lot of people, even if they're not believers, like a greater force that's taking care of them is always something that we hold on to.
Sometimes in the military, things get very hard and you're tired, you're exhausted, and you don't want to go on. So you make yourself work harder. It can be anything as in school and it gets hard, work harder. In life, when you're grown up and you're working and things are hard at work, work harder.
I think we were taught in the military, do a good job wherever you're assigned, wherever whatever job you have, do it to your utmost, to your best ability. So whatever I do now, like I do different things, I always look at start this and finish it. Don't ever give up halfway. Always finish it with your best effort.
When you're in the service, you get taught like you're all one, right? And your actions impact and influence everybody around you. So making sure that everybody around you is safe, you have the same goals, and you push for the same thing, and just taking care of one another, which is what we do here, right? At school and at home.
So they save countless lives almost every day, and not everyone does that.
It's got to be hard when a loved one leaves, but you got to understand why they're there, what's their purpose. And they're there for you and your family. That's what you got to remember. You, your family, and your country.
I think the best thing is to be always supportive of that family member, wherever they may be. Pray for them. Because, in the military, a lot of times you go through things. Sometimes you go through depressions or you being away from your family. So always be supportive whenever you can reach out.
Just overwhelm each other with love and constant prayers, and just, have everybody who's around you, even if it's your partner, your parent, your cousins or whatever, just make sure that they know how loved they are, even though you're here and they're far away.
Honestly, I thank them a lot. They're really brave and awesome for wanting to do this, or if they didn't even want to do this, it takes a lot, and they definitely deserve a lot of praise and honor for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We honor you.
We honor you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
We acknowledge you.
We acknowledge you.
And we pray for you.
We pray for you.
We pray for you.
We pray for you.
Thank you for honoring our country and serving for us.